Hello guys, thank you for joining me. I'm so glad to see you all. I am a little bit early, so it's not going to be a rush one. It's not going to be a rush one at all. Let me just adjust my camera a little bit there. There we go. Right, as you can see, we have a lovely Gemini foil press here, right in front of me, right here. Just there. Lovely Gemini foil press. And this evening I am going to be teaching you all about this machine. How to use it, how not to use it, and more importantly, what you could do with it when you're done. I am so glad that you like the name. I'm just going to get down a few. So I'm sure you guys already know the very pure basics of the foil press. It is literally what it says on the tin. So it presses foil into cardstock, and you can do this in many different ways, mostly using foil plates. Now I've got a variety of different foil plates here that have come from a few different companies. I've got some Spellbinders ones, I've got some Lisa Horton ones, and I've just got a few generic ones that I've picked up along the way. So those are the plates that we'll be using this evening. I was going to make a lovely shadow box, but unfortunately the plates that I have are just a little bit on the small side to be doing with to be doing with the shadow box. So I'm going to make a nice card this evening, but that'll be once I've kind of gone through. Hi Sylv. Hi Hannah. Hi Ords. Rhonda. Emma. Caroline. Terry. I cannot believe how many people I have in here. Thank you so much for being here, guys. A big heart to you for being absolutely amazing and being here. Thank you so much. So before I press on, I'm just going to take you through some of the rolls of foil that I have out in front of me. So this is a Gemini one. This one is supplied by Gemini, which is lovely. And I've also got this is a generic rainbow foil that I picked up off of a third-party website. And these ones have actually come from Crafty Critter. So I've got a lovely Savannah Copper, a really nice Silver Tiny Hollow Rings foil, and I've also got my turquoise out. I do have many more colours than this. I just thought these would be a nice few just to get out and have a little play with before we make a card. Oh wow, is that the brother one? Yeah, it could be the brother one. You are our brother from... Oh, thank you so much, Caroline F. That was really nice of you to say. Hi, Kim. Lovely to see you, my lovely. Thank you for being here. I'm so glad to see you all. So, and one of the things that I couldn't show you correctly the other day was the waist foiling. Now, for this, I actually have a generic flat plate that I use to do my waist foiling with. This is one of the best things I've ever got. It means that I don't have to have put as many paper shims in when I do want to foil my waist. So I'm just going to pop that in there. And we'll get on with some foiling. So as you can see, I've already got my Gemini foil press on. It's set to the low heat at the moment, and it's fully heated up. It's ready to go. What I like to do is have my top plate attached to my foiling plate with a little bit of low tack tape. I find that keeps the heat in, and it also allows you to do things a little bit quicker because the heat is all there. Where did I get that plate? I purchased the plate from the Crafter's Companion website. Oh, sorry, the flat plate. This one. Is that what you were asking, Rhonda? The flat plate. Hi, Betsy. This one I bought from AliExpress. I didn't think there was any harm in buying it, mostly because it is literally a flat plate. It's designed to help you with foil waste. So if that's, I hope that was the question that you were asking there, Rhonda, and I've got it. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed I have. So yes. What I'm going to do first then is I'm just going to pick a plate and foil. So one of my favourite ones, I know you guys all know, anyone who knows me knows I absolutely love anything to do with space. Anything at all. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to chuck my plate in there. And I'm just going to give it a few, just about 30 seconds or so to warm up. Normally, I would put the plate in there whilst it's heating up, so the plate heats up with the with it, because it just saves electric. Hello, Simon. Thank you for popping in. It's lovely to see you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select my foil for this one. So I'm going to do the tiny silver rings on this because I think it would look particularly lovely. What is the difference between the plate and using the metal shim? The flat plate and using a metal shim? It's a bit thicker, like just generally it's a bit thicker straight out of the box. So you're going to have the thickness there. You just put your foil on top of it, your paper, and you don't have to use as many shims, is really. And I find that I get a lot better results with the flat plate than using the metal shims or anything extra in it putting into it. I always find I feel a bit reluctant to put anything extra into this, especially with the heat that's coming off of it, because I don't want to melt my magnetic shim and I don't want my metal plate becoming warped just from using this. So I find my flat plate is a lot easier way to go. I hope that answers your question, Hannah. And all I'm going to do is I shouldn't really be doing it like this, but I'm just measuring out roughly how much I need to use to cover that plate. And I'm just going to trim it. And I'm going to lift this up. AliExpress will now wonder why there's a run on flat plates. It's quite possible they will. I mean, I find the flat plates so much easier to use than I do anything else, to be honest, especially when it comes to the shims. But that's just me. And I'm just going to pop my foil and my cardstock in there. And I'm just going to put this up to 35 seconds. Just to give it all a good chance. And get my Gemini turned on. Ready for it to go through. I am surprised. Yours. Oh wow. Well, the flat plate demo will be coming next, Hannah. So once we foiled this, we're going to foil the waste from it. Me as well. I'm surprised your press is not covered in snow. Well, there you go. Right. Now that's done, I don't know why I was going to try and take it out of there, but I'm just going to take it off of the plate, and I'm holding it literally by the very bottom here, because obviously I don't want to burn my hands. Although I do have fingers like asbestos, so it wouldn't really do me much damage. But do not handle it if you like this, if you do not feel comfortable in doing so. They do supply plastic grips. I would suggest you use them. And we're just going to run that through. Hi Wendy, thank you for coming in. It's really lovely to see you. And I think I did see Christine sneak in as well. So hello Christine. Right, and there we go. I'm just going to take that off of there for now. And we'll see where it's all actually foiled in just a second. But whilst I'm waiting for that to cool down, I'm just, again, do not touch hot plates if you do not feel comfortable doing so. I've got asbestos fingers, so I am. And I'm going to pop my flat plate in. And I'm going to let that heat up with the plate, ready to carry on. Right, and now this is cooled down enough, I'm just going to peel and reveal. And there we have that lovely, oh, isn't it pretty? That is so pretty. Hi Michelle, thank you for popping in. It's lovely to see you. We've just started off on our very first demonstration here using my Constellation flat plate for foiling. It is absolute, not flat plate. I was talking, if you don't mind. My first plate for foiling. I'm doing a few little bits to show it off, and then we're going to make a card. Let me just reorganise this because it just seems to be a little of a bugger. I'm just going to line that back up. We've just put our flat plate in, ready to do the waist foiling from this one. But I really do like how that one's come out. And you can even, you can ink blend over this. You can use it for absolutely anything. I think it's perfect. Absolutely perfect. So, now this is the part that Hannah was here for. So I hope you're watching, Hannah. So I've got my flat plate in, and I'm just going to lay my waste foil directly onto the top of that flat plate. And I'm just going to go in with another piece of my card stock. And like I said, the brilliant thing about this, guys, is it should work straight away with no need for extra shims. Now I'm going to just put this up to 55 seconds for this, because I want to make sure it gets a really decent heat through before I go on with anything else. I'm just taking little sips of drink because we can't have my throat going absolutely dry now, can we, girls and boys? Alright, does anybody have any questions so far? I am you'll pay. That's absolutely fine, Hannah. As long as you don't ignore the child for the entire evening, you should be fine to ignore it for just a few minutes. Does anybody have any questions or anything surrounding what I've done so far? I know I have gone a little bit quick, but I'm very excited to be doing this tonight, guys. So I do apologise if I have gone a bit too quick. There we go. And that's all ready. I'm just going to run that one straight through the Gemini, guys. Right, I'm just going to plug that straight back in. And here we go. Again, I'm just going to take that plate straight off because asbestos fingers. And just for now, we're going to leave that. And here we go. We're going to see exactly... Oh, Gaz, you mean her... Oh, sorry, I'm so sorry. I forget that people actually care about their children. I just call all children it. I'm terrible. I'm so sorry. I do apologise. Hand on heart, I am very sorry. I did not mean to cause any offence. So, now that this has cooled down, I'm going to... Oh, it didn't... I think it's going to need another run, isn't it? That's not a problem. And I think this time... he says, I am going to add a little bit of an extra shim into it. So I'll put another piece of card behind. Normally I get great results with this on the first try, so I'm a little bit shocked that it hasn't, but I'm just going to give it a bit of I'm just going to kick the heat up to medium. And I'll give it 35 on medium. This is the thing, is that, you know, you just need to kind of figure out where you're going with it. And once you do figure it out, it's just literally write it down. If things went correct the first time, I would be really shocked, to be dreadfully honest. And I wouldn't need to be showing you how to do this if we could all get it all done in one. She's trying to negotiate not sleeping in her room alone. That's not a good thing. However, if she does succeed, she may have a career in politics ahead of her. So we hope for that. Yes, I will actually go for a full minute for the waist on the medium heat. Yeah, I will do that. Whew. Booming door-to-door canvas. Oh, disturbing me whilst I'm trying to watch. How dare they indeed? How very dare they? How could they do such a thing? And here we go. I'm just going to set that off. I have decided what I'm going to be making the card with in a minute, guys, and I think you are going to love it. It's going to be a good one. It is going to be a really good one. And it is the reason why I picked out some of the colours as well. So we're just waiting for the timer to go down on this. And I shall line up my Gemini, ready for it to go through. Whoop whoop. The flat plate came from AliExpress. If you just search for hot foil on AliExpress, it will bring you all sorts of things. I can promise you, and there's some really good things that you can find on there that are they are generic, and some of them are not so generic. But I never said that. I only tend to purchase the generic, non-branded. There we go. There's no point in me talking whilst that's going through there because you never hear me. And I'm just going to put that back in on there. Pull that down. Right. Now hopefully, he says, this should have gone a bit better. Let's just wait for it to cool down. It does the point where you discuss the thought of spending too much time with you. Oh, bless you. You've created a headstrong little lady. Right, now, he says, hopefully. Haha. And there we go, guys. There we have it. All it needed was medium heat for a minute. And I know you can only just about make out the constellations, but if I'd done this onto black card, it would have looked absolutely stunning. And to me, it actually looks really good here in front of me. And you can also see that there is not a single speck of any of that foil left where it should be, where it shouldn't be. Absolutely brilliant. So I'm actually really pleased with that. Let's just pop the foil machine to the side for a moment whilst I get some black ink, and I'm just going to ink blend that so that you can actually see the stars a bit more prominently. And the great thing about this as well is, guys, is that you can ink blend over this and it will only stick to the card. All you need to do is just go over it with a cloth and wipe off any of the excess that is stuck to. That is sitting on the foil, basically, not stuck to, because it doesn't stick to the foil. So I'm just going to grab my cloth and give that a little wipey wipe here. And there we have it. You can still see the constellations in there. There is it's a much more effective look to me in person. I don't think the camera's really doing it justice, but the camera does do that one a lot of justice. So that is how I've used all of that foil without wasting any of it, which I think is absolutely brilliant. So I'm just going to bring this back down to the lower setting, which apparently means I'm going to die. let's just get that plate out of there with my asbestos fingers. Oh. It literally does sound like it's going to explode, doesn't it? It's terrible. So, what I want to do for our card is this lovely tulip plate. I think it's absolutely beautiful. And not just only that, this one came with an outline die and also a little sentiment to press and the die for that as well. This thing clearly does not understand that I do not need to be listening to this noise. So I'm just going to pop that on there for now whilst it's having its fit. I am so sorry about this, guys. In fact, I'm just going to... It's still going to do it, isn't it? Right. Let's just set that down there whilst that's having its moment, so we don't have to listen to it. And I'm just going to select some paper ready for when we're going to do our tulips. So I've got this paper pad that came out of the 2022 Advent Calendar from Crafter's Companion, and I think, because I'm going to use this foil, I'm going to choose this paper to use as a background. So I'll just get that ready. And as a point of fact, I think we might just mat and layer it onto the card whilst we're waiting for the foiling machine to stop having its hissy fit. Ah, there we go, she's finished. Right, so what I'm going to do is take this down to between 5.5 and 5 3/4. I'm going to go right in the middle there. And I'm going to do that on both sides. So there we go. And what I'm going to do is get out a piece of black card that I'm going to cut down to 5 3/4 squared. Because I do like the idea of having a nice black matte layer. Especially on a white card, it always makes everything you put onto it pop. So, what I'm going to do quickly is just put this matte and layer together with some glue, if I have the glue lid open. And then we'll pull up the foil press and we'll get on with our foiling. There we go. I do like a nice little, very thin. There we go. That's a lovely matte and layer. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to stick this straight onto the card, because we're not going to do... What I'm going to do is actually foil what I need to foil, and then I'm going to die cut it all and stick it onto the card. So the card base is complete with that. There we go. Let's just give that a little nudge in the right direction. And there we go, that's our card base ready. Now I'm going to pull back up the shouty machine. And because I'm going to be die cutting, I'm just going to use this scrap piece of card that I've already used. So, let's just move those bits out of the way and make sure we don't put them somewhere that we're going to misplace them, because we do want to use them. I'm just going to measure this foil quickly. So I'm going to open up the foil. Is that a tulip plate or a foil plate or die? This is a tulip foil plate. It also comes with an outline die, so you can cut the outline of it. So when I do foil it, I will run it through the cutting machine just after. Oh, it's Corinne. Hello, Corinne. It's lovely to see you, my darling. Thank you so much for popping in. And I do apologise again, guys, about that god-awful noise from that machine. It really was loud. I can't see the whole of that message. There's a little heart from... Let's see, from... Ooh. Oh, from where, Gaz? This one came from Spellbinders. Sorry. That is a Spellbinders die. I'm going to have to use one of my bigger rolls. That's a bit sad. Oh, no. No, I don't. I could just cut it the other way. Oh, my grief. I am in one of those moods today, guys. I could tell you. Absolutely. Absolutely indeed. Right. Let's just pull that up. There's me all like, oh, I really wanted to use that foil. I can't use that foil now. There we go. I'm going to pop that in there. Just make sure I'm going to line it up as best as I can. Come on, foil. Right, you come. There we go. And I'm just going to give that 35 seconds. This is a bit of a hot one this evening, guys. When they say hot foiling, they mean hot foiling. Girl. Right, and I do have a lot of other plates as well. I have these ones, which are Lisa Horton's. Her love hearts, polka dots, geometric squares, and what I like to call wobble lines. Because I couldn't remember the name of it, I just decided to call it wobble lines. And I've got this lovely generic crescent moon one as well, which I got. And also another one from Spellbinders. It says happy birthday to you. There we go. So that's all ready. Let's put that through. I hope I'm inspiring some of you to get your machines out and actually give them a go. Do you have magnet? I do have the magnet picks. Actually, where are they? They're in here somewhere. They're somewhere in my drawer. Ah, there it is. I do have the magnet. I do have the magnet picks. I'll use those in a minute and you guys can see. Did I? I'm just going to roll that through again just in case I didn't, because I've completely forgotten what I was doing. There we go. And I'm just going to move that off of there. And again, with the magnet picks, you've got your magnet just in there. You hold them together, pick it up, set it up, and it picks up your plate for you, and then open it to let it drop. I'm just going to put that over there whilst I put that back in there. Right, let's see how this is foiled, guys. Oh my days. Oh my days. Isn't she beautiful? Oh my golly gosh. She's stunning. Oh, look at that. Oh my gosh. I love this. That is brilliant. Right, I'm going to set this up for die cutting. So all I'm going to do is just literally line that up. I've got to put this somewhere. Oh, I'm just going to pop this to the side whilst I'm thinking about it. I'm just going to pop that to the side there. It can sit there for now. Oh my gosh, this is so cool. Thank you for letting me know you're ready. I believe... Where is my little roll of tape? I should have a little roll of tape out somewhere. Ah, there it is. Right in front of me. Usually is, people. Usually is. Right. I'm going to stick that down there. And I'm going to do the same just over here as well. Oh my gosh, and thinking of some of this foiling that you can actually do and combine it with the Better Press as well. Oh my god, some of the things that you guys are going to be able to do is just absolutely amazing. Absolutely. And don't you worry as well, guys, because we're not going to let that go to waste either. We're going to foil that. That's going to get foiled onto some black cardstock and it's going to look beautiful. So, for small dies like this, I don't use my magnetic plate because it just overfills the sandwich, I feel. And we're just going to get that in through there. Oh my gosh, that's just so amazing. I absolutely love that. And that should have cut that out absolutely perfectly. Marvellous. Absolutely marvellous. Right. Now I'm just going to bring in my little... And I'm just going to line this up. A little bit more because that's obviously a little bit. Oh, a little bit more. There we go. And all I'm doing is just lining up the cut with the actual bottom of the blade. I'm going a little bit under, it would seem, but there we go. And that just comes away, and we are left with that. How amazing! Oh my gosh, 20 people. Thank you all for being here, guys. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Hello, Diane. It's lovely to see you. Thank you for being here. Oh my golly gosh. Right, okay. I'm just going to chop that down to about 4.5, this black piece of cardstock here, because I don't want to waste that lovely piece of back foil. So I'm just going to pop that down there a moment, and we're going to bring back in the foiling machine, and I'm going to set it back to medium heat, and I'm going to set it up ready for a minute, and I'm just going to get that flat plate in there ready. So whilst I'm doing that, to put that in there, so the flat plate's getting heated up whilst the plate's being heated up, because we don't want to be wasting electricity, do we, guys? And I'm just going to set this right up to a minute. Ready to go. Right. Oh my gosh, this is so cool. I absolutely adore this. How brilliant does that look? That is just stunning. Absolutely stunning. Right. And whilst we're doing that, I'm just going to put that on there, so that's heating up as well. And I'm going to put a little... I am going to put a piece of card in behind it as a shim. Only the one piece. So the flat plate, what you want to foil... Remember, foil always goes shiny side down onto the surface that you are foiling. If you do put it dull side down, it will foil the hot plate. So that is just rule 101. Thank you for letting me know that you've heated up, my love. Oh, Aaron's here. Hello, lovely. 91. Oh my gosh, I've got 91 subscribers. I'll soon be able to retire and live off your YouTube money. Yeah. I'm sure you will. As if I'm going to get rich off of this. I'm not. This is not why I'm here, guys. I'm here to... I just want to show people what I do. And I just want... And I know a lot of people have said to me... I've had quite a fair few messages personally where people have said to me that you just explain things so simply and so clearly. So I'm just glad that I can be here to do that for you guys. And it really does make me feel good. So I'm just grateful for you guys being here, because without you I wouldn't be here myself. So thank you. Right. Now that we've got that, I'm just going to give this a little set off, and we're going to let that have its minute. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to see how this comes out. I need to hit start. I know. You're here for the fame. I'm not here for fame. I'm really not here for fame. I'm certainly not here for fame. I don't think I could ever be famous. I mean, I would just be really glad. Like, I think my kind of ultimate thing would be if I got noticed and then, you know, I got to do something that I could give back to you guys. You know, if it gave me a platform to give back, I would just be, oh my God, I would just be so grateful and I would love it so much. Right, we've only got 7 seconds left on this. And there we go. I'm going to run that through the Gemini. Like, subscribe, ring the bell for notification when Gazzy go live. I'm here for the fame. I'm here for the snacks. I've been here for the snacks for a long time. I'm just going to plug that back in there. Just in case I need to run it through again. But I am going to check and just make sure that everything's okay. Right, and before you do peel to reveal, guys, remember to always wait for your project to cool down. And you can encourage it to cool down too if you want to, like I'm doing right here. I'd love to do lives, but I wouldn't be able to hide the what words? I can't see the word. I can't hide the swear words if I messed up. Ah, well, you see, I'm not very professional, so I'd still probably say the swear words anyway. And here we go. And just again there, guys, absolutely not a single speck of that foil left on there where it should be. It's all transferred onto this card here. And I think it looks stunning. You know what? I think there's only one way to bring that out. There's only one way to bring that out. There is literally only one way. This is just going to look so pretty. And then I'm just going to give that a wipe over with my cloth. And there we go. Ooh, it's pretty. It's pretty. Actually, I think that might need just a little spritz of water to help it on its way. Let's, yeah, it just needed a little spritz of water to help it on its way. And there we go. Oh, I think that's absolutely stunning. I'm off to run the bath, make a brew and have my Chelsea bun from Thomas the Baker. Ooh, very nice. I hope you do stay watching. Honestly, Rhonda, I've accepted the only way I'll ever be free of them is moving home. Well, you always do that in the middle of the night, honey. Hannah, it's called a midnight flit. Go for it, girl. I'm terrified of... I have 26 pots of gilding flakes that will never, ever, ever be opened, just so you're aware. Ever. I opened them once. It's never going to happen again. Never. Right, let's just put Shouty Lady down there until she's finished shouting. And whilst we're waiting for her to finish shouting, I'm going to do a little bit of watercolouring on here. So I'm just going to put down a little spritz of water and I'm going to go in on my tulips. Just going to nicely, lightly with that yellow. And I'm only going to do 2 of them in yellow because I do want to make sure I do a little bit of a variation on the colours. Whilst we've got Lady shouting down there. It's nice and out of the way. There we go. So we've got 2 yellow tulips. I think I'm going to do a pink one. How's that? Should we do a pink one? I'm just going to get rid of that little bit of watercolour there. And how's about... Oh, we're going with the purple, actually. But we'll make sure it's nicely thinned down a little bit. There we go. There we are. Actually, I think I don't want to do another one in purple, especially with them next to each other, because that would just be a little bit too much for the paper handles. So let's do a nice little crimson one, shall we? Oh, I'll do the big flower at the bottom in the crimson. And there we go, our lovely foil press has calmed down. Wow, this is just looking so beautiful. I really, really like it, you know, guys. I think it is looking absolutely stunning. Before I go into a coma, let's see what messages we've got. I'm the same, Gaz. I forgot about 15 tubs of it for Christmas and they are never going to be opened, never mind used up. And that is so pretty. Thank you so much for saying that. I really, thank you so much. I really do appreciate that. Thank you, Caroline. Caroline actually lives across the water from us, Aaron, if you're still there and listening. She lives in Gosport. I think it's Gosport. I think pretty sure she said Gosport or Southampton. It's one of the two. Right, let's go with... Oh, well, why not? We'll go with gold because I think that will look pretty nice next to the yellow. There we go. Let's just bring that across. Oh, that does look lovely, doesn't it? Oh, I'm loving it. I'm absolutely loving it. Right, let's get some green down on for those. What green shall we use? Let's use the olive for the stems. I'm just bringing that down. And we'll use it on just the outsides of those there as well, and I'll go in a little bit heavier into the middle and just bring it down. There we go. And I don't know about you guys, but my art teacher in school said I would never amount to anything when it came to artistry, and the things that I've learnt recently have just been so amazing. Some of the skills I've picked up from Sheena on Crafters. I've picked up so many skills recently. It has been an absolute, well, it's just been a godsend really. Some of the things that I've learnt, especially from some of the shows that I know we all watch on the YouTube. It has been an absolute lovely experience actually recently with some of the, because I've discovered a lot of new things and a lot of new teachers. And there we go. There we are. How pretty does that look? I'm thinking I need to colour that background a little bit, don't I? Because that white is just a little bit too stark. So, let's just bring it down with a little bit of slate. We'll do that. And I'm just going to give it a really light colour wash with the slate just in between everything, just so that it doesn't look so pokey outy, because that white is a little bit too stark for the paper, I feel. And I don't need to be like super thoughtful on how I'm doing it. It just really needs just to go down and just take out the starkness of the white. That's all that it's there for. It's not to be a focal point of the work. So it should just wash out that white just the right amount so that it will tailor into the card and look a little bit more like it should be there, really. There we go. There we go, that's better. Ooh, the pic from Corinne's video for tomorrow is going up very pretty. Ooh! Well, there we go, guys. You heard it here first. Check out Corinne's video tomorrow. Have I missed something here? By Sheena, you obviously mean Michelle, right? Yes, I've learnt a lot from Michelle. I have genuinely learnt a lot from Michelle, a hell of a lot. I've learnt how to perform under pressure. I've learnt how to... She's gonna kill me. She's gonna kill me. I've learnt... One of the best things that I can say I've learnt from Michelle is that friends, and I mean lifelong friends, just pop up at the most strangest times, and it's always someone you don't expect it to be. That's all I'm going to say. That is the best thing I've learnt from Michelle. Alright, let's get a bit of card in. We're going to get a little bit of card in, and we're going to do this sentiment. So I'm going to take that hot plate from there, and I've done what I said. Oh no, I haven't done what I said I was going to do. It's actually here. See, look, I actually did it. It's here. It's actually waiting for me. Right. So I'm just going to pop my little plate down. So this is only a little tiny sentiment, and that just says have a wonderful day. So I'm just going to chop my card down to be a little bit smaller because I don't want it to be too big for that. Hannah, yes, bloody fabulous. I do have to agree, all of Michelle's projects are absolutely second to none. Absolutely second to none. And I'm not saying that just because she's here. She's going to kill me. No, I'm saying that because I love her to bits. She is genuinely one of the most real and most lovely human beings I've ever met in my life. And I absolutely adore her. So don't say anything bad about her in front of me, or otherwise I'll have to tie you off. Right, there we go. I'm just going to put that there. Put that on there. And I'm going to put my foil back on there. There we go. And because that is literally tiny, all I'm going to do is a little 15-second. I'm going to do a little 15-second. Nice backdrop on the Michelle. Back on the Michelle front. Oh, I don't know. I can't read that word. I didn't realise he was going to tell you, although it is true. I'd love to see what you do with a tonic construction set. I would love to see what Michelle would do with a tonic construction set as well. I think that might be something you need to put into your content library there, Michelle. Michelle is the 3D queen. And there we go. Just take that out of there. Oh wow, that sentiment looks lovely. Right, let's just take that off of there, because that is a thing. Oh shush. Right, let's just wait for that to calm. I was going to say calm down, but apparently it's already decided it's fine. And here we go. Let's line that up. This is actually going really, really well. I'm really enjoying making this card, actually. I am very much so enjoying this. Right, I'll just use my I'm going to use a Gemini Mini to cut this. There are other die cutting machines available on the market, such as a Sizzix Sidekick. Oh wow, this is just brilliant. I'm so enjoying making this card. I've not actually done a lot on foiling in such a long time. I can't believe just how much fun I'm having just doing a little bit of foiling. Right, so we've got our sentiment, which I am going to watercolour over with a little bit of slate just to bring down the starkness of the white, which is exactly the same as what I did on the last one. Where have I put my spritzy spray? Spritzy spray, there you are. Let's just bring down the starkness on that a little bit. And we'll put Mr. Foilpress, well, Miss Foilpress down there, because it is a miss and not a mister. I am so naughty. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to offset that a little bit onto the card because I want to give it that little bit of an edge there. So let's go in with some I just want to give it a little bit of dimension really, and this would have been better if I'd made a smaller card, but you know, you guys know me, I'm a big go big or go home type of guy. Just put a little bit there and a little bit from there. Pokey tool. I'll look on, they have the carousel, could cut shapes for you. We're going to look on Craft Stash, guys. Has anyone tried foiling pens and quills from We Are Makers? Unfortunately, I've not tried any of those yet, Sylv. I'd like to, but they're just a little bit, you know, I'm trying to build funds up so that I can actually buy things and show you guys. There are a few things that I have got coming on the way, which are all totally top secret. They're not really that top secret, but you know. I'm just trying to, you know, generate that fame, generate the fame, isn't it? Or something like that, I don't know. I'd just generate the thought of coming back. Because I'd love it if you'd all come back. I don't normally hand cut foam tapes this small, but I don't have any foam little foam squares at the moment, so I'm gonna have to make do with cutting by hand. I just want to make sure that I do have enough so that it doesn't kind of fall over or dip in the middle. Dip in the middle is the word I was looking for. And there we go. Let's just get this sentiment done. Right. I feel as though that would actually go quite nicely. Just there. And there we have it, guys. A lovely card made from foiled elements, and it's just a nice little simple one as well. It's not too much. It's not too much. It's just, I think that's just the right amount of everything on there. I think that's absolutely brilliant. So there we go. Oh, I'm trying to turn it towards you guys. I should really just be turning it upwards. There we go. I think that's absolutely brilliant. What you got? How are you guys feeling about it? I want to know. What is there anything else you want me to show you? Is there anything else I can do for you in the way of the foil press? Is there anything I've not explained clearly that you'd like me to... You know what? You are absolutely right, Hannah. That is absolutely... I think that is going to my mum for Mother's Day. I think you're absolutely right. That is such a lovely card to give to a mum on Mother's Day. So that's where that's going to go. Thank you so much, Ords. I really appreciate that. Caroline, does that mean you want to be my new mum? Put Mother's Day on it. Well, have a wonderful day. It's fine. It's fine on its own. Or I could just put mum. I could put a little mum sentiment at the top there. That is something that I can do. So let's just pop a couple of these bits back away because they're everywhere like a mess. An absolute messy mess. Thank you very much, Diane. I really appreciate that. I would be more than happy to get a card like that on Mother. Oh, Rhonda, thank you. Thank you so much as well, Emma. And Lynn, it's lovely to see you here as well, darling. I think I must have missed you coming in, so it's lovely to see you. No, just stamp Happy Mother's Day inside. Well, yeah, I can just put Happy Mother's Day inside. That'll be absolutely fine, won't it? Thank you very much, Christine. So that's that for that card. Is there anything that you guys would like me to go over, retell you, re-show you? Can you? Oh, thank you, Emma, for reminding me. You can use any of your dies on the foil press. They obviously have to be metal, but you can use absolutely any. I have one here that is of some balloons. It's just a standard balloon die cut. I'm just going to pop that on there. I'm going to get myself a little piece of card. Now, but the only thing with the normal dies on the foil press is that they will only foil where it would cut. So you're not going to be able to do a twofer on this one, I'm afraid. You're only going to be able, well, you can do a twofer, but it's a bit more complicated to do a twofer. So let's just do that first. So I've got my piece of card. Let's choose some foil. I'll tell you what, let's go with this lovely turquoise foil that I got out earlier on. There we go. And again, I'm just going to cut this for as long as I need it to be to go on the plate. I'm just going to make sure that I can't put it that way, but I can't. So I'm just trimming the foil, he says, to just a smidgen bit bigger than what I need it for. And there we go, that's that there. And that there. So I'm just going to give that 35 seconds, as I would normally. So I'm just going to run that through in just a little while. We'll see what happens. Let's put that sticky back on there because we don't want that going anywhere. Slight difference. Silver, that's about... Oh! Michelle's telling you all where she lives. Lynn, they do not have to be foil press dies. It is absolutely acceptable to use any die, as I'm about to show you. So let's just run that through the Gemini. Now, I did go a bit overkill with the amount of foil I put on there, though, to be fair. Right. And I'm just going to pop that back on there, just in case we need to do it again. Remember what I said earlier on, guys? Always make sure you leave your project to cool down before you peel to reveal. Or force it to cool down like I do. And there we have it. And like I said, literally just only where it cuts does it foil. And I mean, that is so pretty. That really is pretty. I like that a lot. And I'm just going to get this set up now, ready to do the waist foil. I really could have done with buying a bigger waist flat plate, to be honest, but there is usually the only one size of die. But there we go. I think that is absolutely stunning for what you can actually get done with it. Let's take that off of there. That one I didn't want to touch because it is too hot. And let's just put the flat plate on there. And because the flat plate is a little bit smaller, I will have problems with it putting the whole thing on. But it's not a big deal. I'll get most of it. Let's just get another piece of scratch card out. That one's going to be a bit too small. Well, we'll just go with that. And we'll get it to take what it can. We'll get it to take what it can. I'm just going to put that down there and wait for it to heat up. And normally I do put an extra shim in, but as that piece of card is folded over, I'm not going to put in an extra shim. You could die cut it in coloured card and fill... Yep, you could fill in the balloons paper piecing. That is a really good idea. That is actually a very, very good idea. But I'm just going to foil the waist off on this one as well. But I'm not sure if they actually do a bigger flat plate. I really do need to look looking into getting a bigger flat plate. I do have a new goodie coming in from America. That'll be here soon. I don't know if you guys want to hear about it or not. I don't know, maybe you might want to. I'm not entirely sure. You might not want to. I'll let you all kind of decide to let me out. So let me on that. Yeah, you could also fill it in with Nuvo drops. That is also a very, very good idea. A very, very good idea. Here we go. And that's ready. Let's run that through there. And like I said, these can be a little bit finicky, so I don't know if it's actually going to have worked first time, but we will find out. And I have tried to take as much of it as I possibly could onto there, so let's just wait for it to... You've never used Nuvo drops? Well, I'll tell you what, as soon as I'm done with the foiling, I'll put some Nuvo drops on that card and you can see what they are and see what they're like. That is not a problem. I've got absolutely loads of Nuvo drops. Right, and here we go. Underfoiled just a smidgy bit, but that is mostly down to the fact of my flat plate there, guys. I didn't line it up properly, but that is what you can also do with it, which would work really well for a proper card. You know, this is just me demoing for you guys, so I'm not expecting absolutely everything perfect all the time. So there we go. That's that bit done. Let's get that to cool down and we'll pop it to scream under the desk. Nuvo drops. Now they have all sorts of different types. If you give me 1 second, I will grab one of each type together. So we've got... And if you give me 1 more second, I just need to find the right one. I think it's hiding. Ah, of course it's hiding. Oh, is it that one? Oh, that's another one of the different types though. Let's see if it's that one. Aha, that one. Right, they do have lots of different types. So we have ones that do coloured enamel. We've got ones that do clear coloured enamel. We've got sparkly enamel. I don't know if you can actually quite see the sparkle on that, but they do sparkle in the little chug there. We've got vintage drops as well, which look absolutely lovely when you get them out, and these are my personal favourite, the aroma drops. Now this one is magnolia bloom, so when I do put it onto a card it does smell like flowers, which is absolutely brilliant. I mean, it doesn't last an entire lifetime, but it is really, really nice, especially when the person opens the envelope straight away and the smell comes out. It is lovely. So with Nuvo drops, all I like to do is just give it a little squeeze and get the air pressure out of the bottom of the nozzle to start with. And then I'll just drop it onto the card like a little bead. And then as you can see what I've done there, when those dry, those will harden. And oh, they smell so lovely. It literally does smell like having magnolia flowers. It literally does smell like having magnolia flowers on there. It is so lovely. And sometimes what I like to do when I'm doing paper flowers is I'll put a drop of that in the centre of them so it actually smells like flowers. It's so brilliant. Such a lovely thing to have. And as you can see again just there, all I've done is just made them like little beads. Does it keep its shape? Yes, it does. It does not go anywhere. The only way that's going to go anywhere is if you touch it, which I have done a few times in the past, so I know. It's happened, people. It's happened. It has happened. Does anybody have any more questions about foiling at all? Oh, is Emma not well? Oh, bless her. They do come in different types. You've got your opaque colours. You've got your translucent colours, which you can see there. You've got antique, which is a lot more of a much deeper colouring and looks slightly older. You've got your aroma ones, and you've also got your sparkly ones as well. Sparkly clear, and I believe they've got sparkly opaque as well. But I don't have any sparkly opaque ones at the moment. So I am open to any questions you guys have at the moment. Do you have anything for me? I have 3 create and craft orders on their way and 2 of them weren't small. Oh, Hannah, you are naughty. You're almost as bad as I am. Let's just put that away back in there. I'll do a little bit of housekeeping whilst we're waiting for some questions to come in. Yeah, I hope you get better soon as well, Emma, you lovely. Poor dear. Right, that goes with that. The constellations can go back in there. Is there anything else you guys would like to see me foil? He says. If there's anything else I can do for you, now is the time to ask, because I'm here. Do you ever foil onto acetate or vellum? You know what? I have I've mink foiled onto vellum, but I have never foiled onto vellum directly. I do have a little bit actually floating around. I think I've got a little piece down here. Well, there's only one way to find out if we can foil onto vellum, and that is by foiling onto vellum. So let's give it a go. Be careful what you ask, Gaz. Yeah, it's very careful. Be very careful what you ask, Gaz. By In all honesty, Hannah, I can't say how much fun I've actually had doing this. It is really worth getting it out. Get that foil press out. Give it a go. And do all the things with it. So I'm just going to get a piece of this rainbow foil, because I think it's the only one I haven't used yet. And we're going to see if we can foil onto vellum. Let's see if it works. Oh, did Lisa Horton release a new... Oh, did she release a new collection today, guys? Spare red foil would be quicker than sequins. It would. And you could also... if you've got sequin cutting dies, you could also run... You could foil both sides of the card and make your own sequins with spare foil. That would just be brilliant, actually. Or and it would be quite good to use as just like a little extra bit in your shaker cards. Right, let's just cut a strip of this, because it's not really big, is it, that piece of vellum? So let's see how far that gets us. So let's just put that piece of foil on there, and we'll put the piece of vellum on top of the foil. And on the low heat, I think I'm just going to give that 15 seconds. We'll give that 15 seconds and see what happens. Ah, there is also wow fluorescent, I did not know. And I can't remember what else was it we wanted to foil onto. Acetate, wasn't it? We'll see if we can foil onto acetate as well. Right, okay. Let's just let that cool down a second. I mean, that's not feeling too bad. Let's see. Right, okay, well, the answer is yes, you can foil onto vellum. My God, doesn't that look beautiful? That is so stunning. That really is stunning. Wow. That is so pretty. Right, let's get that out of there. We'll put the flat plate on. Let's get that flat plate on. And because we're waste foiling, I'm going to set it to the medium heat. And I'm going to get it ready to go at a minute. I'm just going to grab a piece of acetate out of my scrap packs, because I've got some sitting around. And we'll see if we can foil onto it. Right. Where is my bits of acetate? Because I know I've got some in here somewhere. Ah, it would be in the other scrap pack. I confused my scrap packs. I have. I confused my scrap packs. So there we go, nice piece of acetate. And we'll get that ready. Shorts? What are we shouting shorts for? I'm wearing shorts. Right. So this is just a normal piece of acetate I'm using here, guys. It's not heat resistant or anything like that. It's just normal acetate. Oh, I just can't believe... I can't get over how beautiful that is. I mean, like, seriously. How beautiful is that? How do you know what time and temp for everything? Lynn, that's all through trial and error, my lovely. So, foil your shorts. No, I'm not foiling my shorts. It's all through trial and error. It's little red sequence shorts. I thought it was meant to be red rhinestone shorts, but I'm not going down that road. I'm meant to be answering Lynn's question here. It is all literally through trial and error. When I got the machine and I tried doing it the way the book said, and none of it worked at all whatsoever. These things, I believe, have a personality of their own and they need to be treated as such. So it's literally just trial and error. Everything is trial and error for it. And I did put an extra shim in, didn't I, on the last one? So I'll put an extra shim in on this one as well. Because we're waste foiling with the flat plate. Right. Let's just get that on through there. Oh, the short foiling was where the sequin... I see. Yous lot are a naughty lot, you know that, right? Here's me trying to be innocent, doing a nice live, trying to educate you all a little bit about a foil press, and you're all talking naughty at me about sequin shorts. Right, let's just put that under the desk so it can calm down. And I believe the answer is yes, you can foil onto acetate. Wow. And that's just thin acetate as well, guys. That's not heat resistant. It's not special in any way. I mean, you can see the other side of the foil on the back, but I mean, obviously you're just going to die cut or do whatever you need to do with it. Really innocent, trying to be innocent. You. Look, guys. I'm innocent in the fact that I'm trying to teach you all how to use the foil press. And I think I've not done a bad job. So oh, you recognised it then? Yes, you did miss something. It was a joke that was made the other day, so I thought I'd just perpetuate it a little bit because it's funny. There we go. You can foil onto acetate, and that is waste foiling onto acetate. That is brilliant. I really like that. There we go, guys. So, I think that might just be everything that I could teach you guys to do with a foil press. Everything that I know what to do with a foil press. Is there any more questions relating to the foil press that I can answer for you guys? I'm just going to start tidying up a little bit because it's a bit messy. It's a bit messy. I'm feeling a bit messy. Yous lot bring out the worst in me. You know that, right? Let's put a fresh piece of tape on that because that one's looking a bit sad. That is no problem at all, Rhonda, because I've never done that before. So it is nice to actually give it a go. And it's nice to see that it actually genuinely works. So thank you for inspiring me to try it. So literally... I mean, you can follow pretty much what I've done and you'll get the results that I've got. I'm just being honest. Do you want to foil a die cut? I can foil a die cut. That is no problem at all. Let's get the flat plate on there because we will have to treat a die cut as it would be a it would have to be waste foiled as such. But normally what I would do in that situation is I would get a piece of card, I would foil that piece of card, and then I would die cut from it. But I don't mind. I think I've got a little pack with some die cuts in just here. Let me just grab one of those, and then it saves me from die cutting it because I've got some die cut designs here. So let's just grab one of those. So there we go. There's a little heart. We'll do a little heart. So let's cut a little. Have I got anything in the way of foil left over? No, not anything that's big enough for me to. Because I actually foiled all my waste earlier on, so. Right, let's just cut a little bit of foil. What should we go with? Let's go with a sparkly hollow one, shall we? I'm just going to cut a little square of it off. Right, there we go. So, let's put that in there, shiny. Oh. This is why I normally just foil a big square and then I die cut from that, because it just is a little bit of a pain otherwise. So I'm going to put that shim in. I'm going to heat that back up to medium, because I am treating it as though I'm waste foiling. And if you are worried about the whole trial and error thing, always just try with a tiny little thing like this, like a little heart like this to start with. Then you're not wasting as much of your products. Let's see, is there anything else that I need to be checking in on? Just have fun, play. It's just cards. Yeah, it's just card at the end of the day. Rhonda, I was going to try and make it for an engagement. Don't know if the stress will force me quitting it. Lynn, I don't think it would. I think you'd probably have a lot of fun foiling when you get into it. It just takes a little bit. It just takes a little bit of tweaking, and you'll be fine. And I'm always here if you want to ask questions. I'm always at the end. I'm always on the chat. I'm always floating about somewhere, and if I can't get back to you straight away, I'll get back to you eventually. It's not a problem. Let's just get this all set up for. Actually, let's just go for 1 minute. Why am I doing that? There we go. You can use any hot foil for machine. Yes, you can use, as long as it is hot foil, because there are two different types of foil. You have foil for hot foiling and foil for toner foiling. The main difference being is that the foil for hot foiling has an adhesive back, and the foil for toner foiling is just foil. Because when you do toner foiling, you actually, what the foil's sticking to is the plastic that's come through the laser printer on the image in which you're doing. I might actually do a lesson on hot foiling on Friday. So I'll put that in. I will put that in for you guys. A toner foiling on Friday. My God, you're going to get a lot of foiling lessons out of me this week. You are all really lucky. I hope you know that. Because I wouldn't just do this for anybody, you know. I'll do it for my adoring fans. Right, there we go. And I think what I've done there is something very silly. There we go. I mean, it's overfoiled onto that piece on the back, but that doesn't really matter because I was only using that as a shim anyway. But that is a foiled die cut. There you go. Right, that's a ready die cut piece I just foiled. Like I said, normally I would literally just hot foil a square of card and then die cut from it as a regular thing. But I'll also show you on there as well. Look, guys, there you go. You can see it just there. There we go. I should have said any brand of hot foil. You can use any brand of hot foil. I'm using a mix of some that I've bought from Gemini, some that I've bought from Crafty Critter, which is an Australian site. I've got a few that are Spellbinders, and I've got a few. What's the other one I've got? I didn't pull it out. I think it's called Deco Foil. Yeah, I've got some Deco Foil. So any foil that you want to use is as long as it's for hot foiling, you are all good to use it with the with the foil press. Does anyone have any more questions or anything else they'd like to know? Oh, I'm glad that I'm glad I've done all right by you guys, and that you all are quite happy with what I've shown you so far. I think that is pretty much everything that I can now show you, that I know of what to do, unless you guys have any other ideas. So what we've done is, I'll just do a quick overview of everything that we've done then. We've foiled with a regular die, and we've also waste foiled that regular die. We have foiled a regular die cut that was already cut. We have foiled onto vellum, and I'm really in love with that. Like, really, really in love with that. We have waste foiled onto acetate, and I'm thinking that that would look even better on the acetate, but that's just me. Right, we have foiled and watercoloured and created a card, and we also added Nuvo drops onto it. We waste foiled and used some gold gilding wax to bring out the print, and I think that is everything we've done. Wow, we've actually done quite a lot, haven't we? Oh, and we've foiled and reverse foiled on that one as well, and I used some ink to bring out the pattern on that one as well. So there we go. I think that is everything that I can teach you guys in the way of the foil press. Remember, make sure your die is always facing upwards. Your die should always be facing upwards. No matter what die you use, always make sure it's facing upwards. And your foil always goes shiny side down, followed by the piece of paper or card that you want it to stick to. And I think that is absolutely everything that I can show you regarding the foil press. So it is genuinely it is a lovely bit of kit. It just takes a little bit. You've been very productive despite all of our attempts to waylay you. I do not mind you waylaying me. I am absolutely, I'm absolutely grateful for you all being here and for waylaying me. As I was saying, this really is a great piece of kit. It just takes a little bit to get your head around. If you are feeling a bit iffy about it and you want to extend any questions to me in private that you don't want to ask in chat, feel free to get hold of me on my Facebook group, which is Handcrafted by Gaz, or my Instagram, which is also Handcrafted by Gaz. You can also catch me in the group chats that I'm usually hanging about in. There's loads of ways of getting hold of me, and if you do want lessons on how to use this privately, feel free to message me. I am more than happy to go through it with you on a private setting, and we can work it all out. On that note, I'm going to say thank you so much again for being here, guys. You've all been absolute diamonds. Thank you for listening to me ramble on about this piece of machinery. Have a great afternoon, evening, morning, wherever you are in the world. And again, thank you so much for joining me. Thank you. And I will see you all again real soon. So, bye guys!